I'm Thomas and I make stuff. And you're watching part 2 of me making a bike trailer. Now I was thinking that this would be super easy and fast and that I could just finish the thing off, give it some paint, cut off some loose ends, I don't know, stuff like that, and then I'd be done. But it doesn't seem it's gonna be that way. You see, it's been about 2 weeks since I made the thing, and I've been using it a few times and it worked great. It worked great, but yeah. A bit earlier today I went and got myself some plywood for my next project. So yeah, I took my bike, I took my trailer, and I went to my local DIY shop. I purchased some plywood, quite a big piece of plywood, and I loaded that on the trailer and I started cycling. And I was like, oh damn, this thing is heavy. But I continued. There were some bumps on the road, I went a little bit slower, but when I'm almost home there's like this bumpy road. And there was a lot of traffic, so I really had to keep my side and I couldn't really drive in the middle of the road. And I think that was its downfall. Let's watch the footage. Now, as you can see, surprisingly, I was still able to fix it on the spot, just put the wheel in place and go through with it, and I could start cycling again, and it worked. I did take it quite slowly, I didn't want to take any risks, but I was able to get home with fairly little problems. So I got home, I put the plywood in the garage, I put my bike away, and I assessed the damage. Now, as you can see, the wood is actually quite fine apart from some scratches. There's no like broken piece of wood or anything. The wheels are fine as well, surprisingly. I thought one would be like bent in half or something. There's only like the metal rod that connects the wheel to the trailer is a little bit bent, but I should be able to find those for fairly cheap. What happened here is just the trailer just fell apart, or like at least that part where the wheel is attached. And why is that? Well, I looked carefully and I saw some screws poking out. The screws were pretty much ripped out of the wood. And why did that happen? I used the wrong screws. Yes, it's totally my fault. The screw was poking out 1 centimeter. In other words, it was going through the whole part of this first piece and then only through 1 centimeter of this other piece. I have longer screws lying around, I could have just used those, but for some reason I thought that was unnecessary, and that was my downfall. So what I did next was I screwed it all back together, I put some longer screws in there, and I evaluated the trailer again. I also noticed that this piece of wood was a little bit cracked. So I decided to just throw that away as it was totally unusable, and I used some plywood to make a substitute. I attached that to the trailer and we were ready to go. I loaded up my kayak and I went for yet another test drive. I took all the bumpy roads. I went up and I went down. And honestly, it went great. You can see the trailer like move a little bit, but that's just because of the stabilizer on my GoPro. For the rest, no problems. Everything is as sturdy now as it was before I went driving, doing my test drive. Honestly, I'm really happy with this. Now I've heard from a friend that you shouldn't let your wood, when it's only attached with screws, get wet, because then the screws get loose. And I also wasn't able to glue it because I didn't have any glue and I didn't want to go to the shop to get some glue. Yes, it's pretty embarrassing. But it's only attached with screws, yeah, so it can't get wet. So I'm gonna paint it. Which color? You decide. Yes, you there. I can see you. Go check out the comments section. Go now and comment down below. What color? Now. Yeah, now. And while you're at that, make sure to subscribe, like, and all that. That's other stuff. Or dislike if you didn't like it. Oh well, whatever. This was part 2 of me making my bike trailer. The bike trailer. This was part 2 of me making the bike trailer. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned until part 3 and other videos. Because the next video is not gonna be part 3, it's gonna be something else. You'll see. It'll be great. Yeah. Yeah, bye. Bye.